found what Caitlin Clark was saying, so now we gotta figure out what the actual trash talk was, if it was any. Cause what was it? None of these niggas got any
Tensions
accolades.
rose between the
But maybe
Indiana
like
Fever
Rookie of the
and
Year.
Connecticut Sun. It started with Caitlin Clark and Jacy Sheldon and then escalated to a scuffle at the end of the game. There was a lot being said, and when you consider the history behind it, this makes perfect sense. We're going
What's
to
the
break it
history
all
game?
down, including the lip reading and what the conversations were like. Let's get into it. To provide some context, the Indiana Fever were just one win away from making the Commissioner's Cup final. They faced off a young Connecticut Sun team who was led by Marina Mabrey and Jacy Sheldon. Even though Connecticut was out of finals contention, Sheldon shared a history with Caitlin Clark. Dating back to her Ohio State days, she competed against Clark in the Big Ten tournament. They were also part of the same rookie class, setting the stage for the matchup on June 17th. Sheldon started the game with instant pressure on Clark. She tried to make her as uncomfortable as possible, and it worked to an extent. She got a couple stops and forced some turnovers. However, with her also being known for being extremely physical, fouls started to accumulate. With just 5 minutes left in the first quarter, she got her first reaching foul. Mind you, Sheldon was already taunting Clark prior to this, so she tried to get in her head. However, all Clark could do is smile and let her game do the talking. Fast forward to 9:30 in the second quarter, Clark tried to sell a foul. Sheldon was a bit confused that nothing was called, so she kept applying pressure. As you see, there was a lot of reaching, but no foul was called. Eventually, the refs blew the whistle and called the jump ball. That's when Clark and Sheldon exchanged their first words. The talk pertained to the previous clip I showed, and here's how the conversation went. You can't do that. Yes, I can. I can do whatever the f I want to do. You can't. Clark then shoved Sheldon, with Mabrey having her back. No technical fouls were called, but this was just the beginning. In the third quarter, Sheldon was playing extremely physical defense and actually swiped at Clark's eye. Clark shoved her again and said, "Stop, stop," before Mabrey bumped her to the ground. Clark didn't respond much this time and only whispered the f before heading to the bench.
I told you, fake demon, fake demon. The SAR twins would have had something to say, bro.
Technical fouls were called. It was clear that Sheldon made a big mistake. Clark started getting in rhythm offensively, and later in the fourth, she taunted the Connecticut's bench after a tough three. She also looked at Sheldon and said, "You like that?" "Yeah." Then, after a timeout was called, they exchanged words again.
What'd she say? "Oh yeah, you can't guard me."
She even hyped up the crowd and was fired up. You could tell Clark won the mental battle and Sophie Cunningham was loving it. However, that wasn't it. One more incident occurred in the fourth quarter, and let's just say that Sophie Cunningham had Caitlin Clark's back.
Oh, yeah, I understand this one. Do something about it.
Cunningham really stood on business right here, and it's about time that someone defended Clark. 3 ejections were handed out, and Cunningham even posted this picture after the game. The Fever ended up winning by 17 points, advancing to the Commissioner's Cup final. Here's what Caitlin Clark had to say after the game.
The refs are against you. Do you feel like you have to stand up more for yourself?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm here to play basketball, and that's my job. That's what I'm going to do. I was excited. Honestly, the review took too long for me. I wanted to get playing basketball again, and that's exactly what I did at the rest of the third quarter. I made all 3 free throws, and then it was a tough 3. I was excited about a 3, and, honestly, I got to give our crowd a lot of credit, too. I thought they were tremendous. They were cheering for us. They had our back, and I'm a passionate player, but at the end of the day, I'm here to play basketball, and that's what it is. My game's going to talk, and that's all that really matters, and I love this game, and I'm going to give it everything I have, so I think that's what competitors do. You just step right back up to the challenge.
With that being said, it's safe to say that trash-talking Caitlin Clark never goes well. The Indiana Fever are set to play the Minnesota Lynx on July 1st. This will be the Commissioner's Cup final, and I'm looking forward to seeing who wins. And that pretty much concludes the video. What do you guys think of Caitlin Clark? Where do you rank her in the current WNBA? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, let me know if you want me to do more WNBA breakdowns in the future. I hope
You don't got to Legends. She a fake demon. We figured it out. Caitlin Clark, the fakest demon. It's okay. At least Luca a real demon. But CC, CC.